Good morning! I'm here once again inside the big Thompson Canyon, or to the locals, also known as the Big T. At first I didn't know what Big T stood for. I thought they were talking about Mr. T, but no. And today, I'm gonna go for Alexander Mountain. Should be a pretty short hike as far as distance goes, but I'm looking at about a 1,600 foot elevation gain. This is gonna be probably the hardest 7,000 foot peak I've ever done. I'm actually really excited because there's no snow in the canyon. I was kind of worried. We got dumped on like less than 2 weeks ago, but that stuff melted in like record time. It was amazing. Once again, I'm walking down 34 highway, looking for the route up. So this time, I'm gonna choose the little canyon with the first grate at the bottom of it, which is gonna be right here. See the iron grate? And this is actually the one way that I did not try the first time. I can tell you what, the bottom section was the best of the three. It was the most solid, and that looks pretty sporty up there. We've got some running water through here. I made it up to the cliff band that I read about, and I think this is going to be the hardest part of the hike, and this is like 10 times worse than I imagined it being. Look at that, that's atrocious. That's probably 30 feet, 40 feet up in the air, like straight up. I'm thinking about going back and climbing up the other way. Yeah guys, that's going to be a no-go. I'm not trying that. That is way too steep, way just too far out of my skill set. I'm gonna have to go back and try the other route. All right, and I'm back on 34 highway. I'm walking down to the next canyon, and I'm gonna go up that one. I already know it's good because I've already done it. This one right here is the one that we want. Yes, I can now confirm this one by far is the easiest. Nothing technical, really. I'm honestly not sure if this is the way I went up last time or not. I'm like 90% sure. That part looks really familiar. However, this part doesn't. I don't remember doing this. But it looks easy, and that's the way I'm gonna go right now. Yeah, I can confirm this is definitely not the way I came up the first time. However, that was easier. In my opinion, that sounds more like what I read about. That's gonna be the summit right out there, Alexander Mountain. Yeah, I'm in a completely different spot than when I tried this the other time. The other time, I was like way up there on the ridge. I'm not sure where I am in relation to where I was the other time, honestly, at this point. I feel like I'm a lot closer to the summit. This is easier over here. I'm on the grass instead of loose rock. However, this is straight up. Okay, right here, I believe you could split off and head down and then back up the face. However, that's a big time down and up. That does not interest me at all. But it looks like you could definitely climb that right there, if you could get over there. Instead, I'm gonna head over here to the west, which would be my left. And I'm gonna continue on and try and gain the ridge. Distance-wise, I'm only like a mile into this, and I've only come up about 600 vertical feet, which means I have 1,000 left. I find that very hard to believe. I've been hiking for an hour. I'm making my way up this thing. I believe the first time I got to about right there, and that's where I stopped. But this time, I'm gonna keep going straight like right here and see if I can gain the ridge and then take it on over. And that's actually not the true summit. True summit's just behind it. But that's the cool spot right there. That's the spot with all the views. Yeah, I'm almost like 100% positive I stopped right in this area because that got real nasty. And this is great because I'm gonna bypass all of it. According to the GPS, I just broke 6,400 feet, which means I got about 700 more to the summit. All right, guys. And although that's not the true summit, it might as well be. That's like 50 feet below the real one, and that's where all the views are at. So that's pretty much my goal. I'm gonna get it. I finally made it up here to like the top section, and this looks doable right here. Boom, and then on up. I mean, if I made it this far, I can make it the rest of the way. Because it looks like the willow bushes stop. Yep, right there. I'm just gonna keep heading straight up. I'm sitting here taking a quick break before I start this final section, and I'm gonna get it. This is incredibly hard. I am so blown up. However, this is gonna be the ridge right here. I'm at least gonna gain the ridge. And then I think it's gonna be pretty easy from there on out. Right out there to the front left is Sheep Mountain. I believe the green one to the right of that is gonna be Crozier Mountain. Snowy one behind it, Mummy Mountain. The big one right in the middle, it's Palisade. And then off to the right is Storm Mountain. However, for right now, I'm gonna keep on the ridge and keep on heading up. All right, guys. And I think I'm up here. This isn't the highest point, but this is where you want to be. This is the spot with the really good lookout. The summit is just behind me, maybe another 2/10 of a mile, and I think it's about 50 feet higher. We'll head over there in a second. I'm gonna go ahead and hike on over to the true summit. I'm gonna knock that out real quick just to make it official. And then I'll probably head back over in this direction, spend a minute on the lookout point. Well, let's go ahead and get this summit real quick. Boy, this is like the most walking I've done on this entire hike. This thing has been one solid scramble, pretty much from the bottom to the top. All right, guys, and at just over 2 hours and 10 minutes, I'm up here, summit of Alexander Mountain. It's just now about 9:15. And that was 2/10 of a mile to get over here from the lookout point. That took a second, and of course it was all snowy. I'm just sitting up here enjoying the views on the summit of Alexander Mountain. And this was a nasty hike, one of the worst. I wore my rugged hiking gear for this one. I wore my real heavy, like denim pants. I wore a shirt that is not my best one. Old boots that are pretty much done for. And I also brought my helmet on this one. It was real nasty getting up here. And the views from up here aren't that great either. Pretty much just a bunch of trees. So I'm gonna pack it up and head back out to the lookout point. This is probably a one and done hike. I don't know if I'm gonna be coming up here again, and I'm definitely not gonna be doing it in the summer. This is like an off-season hike. I read about that if you do it in the summertime, it's even worse. You're gonna have tons of cactus, rattlesnakes, and hordes of ticks. Yeah, they actually said hordes of ticks. That sounds disgusting to me. I don't want to come up here for that. Just sitting up here on my brand new seat pad, and this thing is comfy. I'm loving it. And for those of you that are curious about my knee, it's doing pretty good. I've got it braced up with just a real heavy duty Don Joy metal brace. So it's not going anywhere when I'm wearing that thing. Yeah, check it out. That's a hard brace under there. I mean, I've got that thing wrapped up like I just came out of surgery. Well, guys, it's about 10:30, so I've been sitting up here on this summit for probably about an hour now, but it's time to go. It's time to head on back. This is going to be pretty fun going down. not, I'm gonna have to pay close attention to my GPS, make sure I stay on the exact same route, because it's real easy to go down somewhere that's not correct. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be something else. Wow. Yeah, this is gonna be atrocious. I actually had to bust out the poles, and they are helping a lot. Basically gives you like handrails going down. Oh, and there's the first fall. I'll tell you right now, guys, these poles are like my secret weapon right now. These things are helping out tremendously. I'm just taking this real slow, real methodical. Well, that was a pretty bad one. I slipped right there at that rock and slid on my butt out of control all the way down here. I'd say that's a good 8 to 10 feet. This is looking back behind me from where I just slipped, and this is atrocious coming down. I'm aiming for my footprints, which are like right there, and then I'm hoping it gets a little better. This top part was real bad, and I'm almost off it. Check out this cool nest I found on the way down. I'm hoping it just gets easier from here on out. It's a rough hike, that's for sure. It's a rough one. Ow. I think I'm on the right path. This looks pretty good for a minute. And I'm just getting back to the real slick grass now. Right through there. And then right, ooh, my hand's bleeding. Well, we just need to go right down there, and then we'll be home free. And this is probably the easiest part of the entire hike, besides walking on the road. This is just grass with a few cacti sticking up every now and then. I'm doing this perfectly, guys. Just need to continue straight on down, and then I'm gonna take a hard right and then a left, and I'll pretty much be back at the street. And this is the last real steep section. This is the hard right. This is going to take me down to where the canyon split, and to the left there's a waterfall. Oh, thank goodness. I finally found some water. I ran out on the summit up there. I didn't bring enough, so I'm filling up the bottle. Just got that nice little drink out of the waterfall there. Water straw paid off once again. But I'm almost done with this hike. I just got the home stretch right here. I just need to hike down to the road. All right, guys, and I'm back at the car. It's about 12:20 right now, so that took just over an hour and 45 minutes to come down. And I'm back. I made it down safe and sound. I didn't break anything on myself, and I didn't break any equipment, so that was a success. Hope you enjoyed it, and until the next hike, y'all, peace.